We better get our poopy all together. Because you know what the North Koreans and the Red Chinese and the Russians are doing? They're testing our metal. And you know what our metal means? I'll tell you what our metal means. Our metal means our toughness. And what they are doing is the commies, they're taking rudimental places and they're buying them. Even in the United States, they're buying farmland. They're trying to buy our politicians because politicians are all corrupt. And he said, but thank God Donald Trump is here to compensate it. And then he said, no, 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 he's corrupt too. Not he's not. He has billions of dollars. You can't buy a man with $1 billion off. Well, you can give him $2 billion. He doesn't have. There's nothing. He can't buy too many gold toilets. And they say, well, he's going to just go for the rich. No, he's going to go for everybody. He's a populist. That means the whole population. That's what it means scientifically. And what happens is he has power and he has money, but you know what he really needs? Love. And there's people like me who love the Trumpy. Like, he's my God. We love him and he loves us. It's legitimate love. I don't care what you say. Oh, no, why didn't he cheat on his wife? Because that's his job. He's old school. That's what you did when you were a big guy. You loved your wife, but you had something on the side. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not like Mr. Clinton. He's a pervert. And that's a business arrangement between him and the murderous Hillary Clinton. Let me see. Lakers legacy. And that's saying that the country should know that you have to have people who are competent, not people who are woke, not people, because in the military, especially, they had a guy, uh, Pete Henchington, very handsome guy, and he was going to they were grilling him, and he was so brave, and they were so shrill, especially the female ones. Oh, you think when a woman's powerful, you could be assertive in your voice and not sound like a lunatic. That's true. Now, and you could be a sinner. The ex said he should cheat on his wife, but part of it was he came back from the military and shooting people at him. He was, well, what did he do? Because it was traumatic, and even the great Elvis Presley, which this is an article in here about a preacher who does Elvis impersonations. It says, "This way to poo." And Elvis had his moments. He made the girls wrestle each other, and especially, and he died very tragically, pooping on himself. But he was still Elvis in the best part. And it's nothing wrong with having girls wrestle in your mansion. No, it's not. As long as it's all voluntary, as long as it's not the gladiator pits where you go, listen, lady, you're gonna wrestle that other one, or I'm gonna not feed you today. Oh, you know what's happening? Uh, the LA is on fire. It is a Holocaust. It's sort of like a Sodom and Gomorrah. They've been making fun of God and saying there's no God, and we believe in not uh, hedonism and blah blah blah. Well, now God's taking it out like he did Sodom and Gomorrah, and he's burning the whole place down. But he's still mellow since the olden days of the Old Testament. He hasn't hardly killed anybody. And nobody's turning around, look at the city burning and turning into a pile of salt like they did in the Bible. What are you saying? The Bible's not true? See that face I just gave you? You better watch it. That's the face of God when he gets mad. Fire her. What? This is fire her? Somebody needs to be fired. Oh, fire the mayor of LA. Because she went to Ganya during the season where things burn up. And she got paid on the taxpayers' dole, and she had nothing to say when she came back because and she was away while the city burned. All she needed was a little thing to play the trumpet with. Not a trumpet, violin, like when the Caesars, was it Julius? No, Julius was the guy that assassinated. What was it? Nero. Nero. Ooh, he was a bad person. He didn't. He played while the place was burning down his own city. Fire NATO. Now this is something that's frightening. When it gets a big enough fire, and then the winds happen like a tornado, you get a giant flaming tornado. Well, how's that for apocalyptic? Check and see the people waking up to Trump office. And they couldn't take it because people don't like Trump beating them because they think he's an idiot and he's a fruit. Well, then what's that reflect upon you? Then an idiot is beating you constantly. 2 out of 3, the Trumper won. He beat your best. He beat your broads. Well, North Korea, you know what's happened? Get this how something bad can come, a good can come out of something bad. Now, the Russians have been attacking brave little Ukraine. And quite honestly, I was going to Ukraine. I love the guys. The women are beautiful. The men are brave. But they're outnumbered by the Russians. They're in a war of attrition with the Russians. Well, the Russians have lost about 1 million men trying to conquer the Ukraine. But the Ukrainians, they're running other people, so they have a problem. And then the North Koreans jump in there because the Russians are losing so many people. Then the North Koreans are saying that what they used to call, like Mao, the Tommy used to say, paper tiger, because this is probably North Korea's best troops, and they're being massacred by the Ukrainians. They're getting killed, and they don't know where to shoot. They're panicking. They're shooting at Russians. What a mess! But that means that people are not going to respect North Korea, and maybe the whole shebang falls apart. And the same thing with the Russians. It's possible that Russia will fall on its own weight because all those people could be upset because 1 million Russians are dead. Or the Russians could, say, oh, but you do not get to blow us up, we blow you up. Or the Russians might use an atomic weapon. That would put a damper on my life. Radioactive clouds in the sky. I haven't got a house in a while. And then I would have to really stay in the house. What about my aides who come to take care of me? They couldn't get here because of the radiation. She's playing her Trump card. Oh, this is Ivana Trump, the wife. Who says that we Republicans don't like feminists? Not feminists. We like women who are strong and smart, and she's strong and smart. She ran Trump's campaign, but they have a different definition of. Not, you shouldn't even. Feminism should be eliminated because feminism is really putting women ahead. That's not right. I mean, you could be it, but you're showing you're biased. They said, well, Vinny, you're a misogynist. And I used to think that meant I used to massage people to get close. And then then they told me what it was all about. I said, I don't hate women, but I hate you because you're bad. You call me misogynist. I just want to massage you so I can get you. Anyway, let's see. Oh, one hot invite. Yeah, you're inviting people down to LA to help with the fire. And that's all right. That's you wrote the poster or something. Intro to the port. What's that? Into the pear honey. Penix? I don't even know what I wrote here. Uh, uh, oh, Biden is obstructing Trump. He's trying to sabotage people. He's bringing in money to legals men he can. He's making places where Trump can't get the oil that's outside the sea lanes. He's a spiteful, nasty man, that Biden, and he is not nice. Trump is much more nicer than he is. And also he's easily bribed. When he did his kickbacks too, after doing these foreign countries favors, here's $1 million, $100,000. He can be bought off. He's a low class, a street thug. What's this? Yeah. Worse? He's an obstructionist. Worst treat? What's up with that? Campus police. Oh, the politically correct, the woke police. They say what nouns you could use. Well, you can't tell me what nouns I can use. I've been using my nouns. This grown boy and this other stuff is just nonsense. You can't force me. Or you can't force me because you got the government. But the government can all we're gonna rebel and we're gonna rise up and we're not gonna say what you want. And beam slash and beam. Just how this and there's some serious things going on, like people, you know, slashing other people for fun. Oh, it's a bad world. It's a bad world. It's a bad world. It's a bad world. It's a bad world after all. Let's see.